got the one about that.
And then give each one
Okay, yeah.
three.
Okay.
She didn't want to stay. How you doing?
Okay.
You got it.
So you're going to bring something over here, right, Rhonda? This one? I got really wrapped up in this.
You've got to give one of each. Did you get three,
I'm Rhonda?
Kim?
Okay.
I got them turned.
All of those. Go ahead.
Yeah, you'll get one.
No, I'll give you a second.
These.
I can't do it, Rhonda. Here.
If you, I could have probably done it real fast.
Okay. Pass that one down. And pass that one down. There we go. Now. There you go. That way. You give me two of that one. Okay.
She got me caught up.
I need one more. That's
Those are
different.
extra.
These are
Yeah, mine's
Oh,
different.
okay.
Here's your complete, when you get done, you're gonna have 5 sheets.
Okay.
Really?
5.
You get one total? We'll get you one. Somebody back there?
Yeah.
Okay. She don't want to go? She don't
You
want
don't wanna go.
Oh, okay. You want to stay out here? Okay, that's good. Cause I'm happy. You happy? Good! Pass her one down. Ma'am, pass one down. Linda. Don't start reading them yet and you'll get skipped page.
Sure you don't have to do them the same time.
Oh, I see that. One of them had too much for one page. My copy machine is out. It's at home. Okay, fine.
Just look at them and make sure you don't have the duplicates. I mean, there should be 5
We'll go over on
different,
paper page.
5 different sheets.
How you tell? Mine don't have any numbers on them.
No, they don't.
1, 2, 3, 4. This makes sense.
Oh, thank you.
In here. Okay,
We got 4.
I got you. You have these.
I got 1, 2, 3.
You got,
I mean, you're all part of
okay. You have these 3. I know everybody's got the 2 I gave you.
Yeah, I'll get all 5.
You have those.
Yeah, we got it.
You got 5?
I've got 5, but I got 5.
All different?
Yeah, I got 5.
They're all different?
Yeah.
I got you. I'll be right back. You got 5? They're all different?
Yes.
I need 3.
Yeah.
We're going to start with the first one. Dan King. That's the first one we're going to start with.
Dante.
Dante. Thanks, brother.
Most time when you see his name, it's just putting out Dante anyway.
You got 5?
Y'all ever heard of him?
Yeah,
Dante?
Brother John, you've heard of him? No kidding?
yeah. He's a Italian poet. A lot
I thought
of
he was
people
smart.
Okay. He's cheap.
I have heard of him, oh, yeah.
Hey, Dave, how you doing, that brother?
The Dante's from Bucknell, I mean,
Yeah.
it's the Carson, I mean, that's a well-known.
You ever heard of that? I've never heard of it.
Pardon me.
Oh, no, but the people have.
Yeah.
I don't know the whole full story.
Well, we're fixing to get into it. And we'll probably finish this Sunday night. Okay? Man, what are we getting into? Over in Iran. And that's something. Well, Iran shot up 3 commercial ships going through one of the straits. and they were just people trying to make a living. Not no army, anything like that. And they shot, well, I read, I guess some of them got killed, I don't know. And, now that they've, and then the U.S. started bombing Iran again, hit some facilities.
They were told that was gonna happen.
That was the deal.
And,
right.
and Trump followed through with it. Now he got a warning 6 hours ago that says, come on, bring it on.
Sure, that's what they want.
And when you hit us again, there will not one American soldier will leave alive. Quoting to him.
That's a big,
Anyway, let's always remember to pray for our country, okay? I only got one.
Shut gas prices back up.
I need the one that.
It's just already,
Oh, yeah, not much.
well, yes.
74. Well, it's been threatening to do this for 47 years. We need to kill it, he needs to destroy the whole thing.
Be done with it. It's not gonna end until he does.
Okay,
It's never gonna end until he's gone.
alright, here's what we figured out. Are there different degrees, or different, levels based on your sin and how serious your sin is? For example, what's more serious? Someone that gossips or someone that kills somebody?
Sin is a sin.
in sin,
Sin is a sin. In your eyes, would you rather have someone that's a backstabber, backbiter, or someone that commits murder? Which one would we say, not what the Bible says, but what would we say? The murder is the more serious crime than someone gossiping, backbiting, and stabbing people in the back. We would say, and a lot of people teach and believe, I said a lot of people, but here's what I found. And, everybody that teaches, or this guy wasn't teaching, he was an actor, but there's 3 groups this guy has ever listed and posted different degrees of hell. Okay? This guy is Dante. How you gonna say that last name, Daniel?
Oh, no, that I don't know.
Okay. Was born an Italian poet,
a lick of air.
Alligator.
philosopher and political thinker from Florence. His masterpiece, The Divine Comedy, is widely considered the greatest literary work in the Italian language and a defining text of Western literature. Key details of this guy's life. Y'all see it there, right? Born in Florence, Italy, around 1265. The Muse, whatever that is, no matter what the Muse is, the Muse, his work heavily featured his
Unrequited, amused is someone that you use if you're trying to write something, someone you have in mind.
Okay.
Inspiration.
Inspiration.
Okay,
that's the
thank
word.
you. Alright. His work was heavily featured by his
Unrequited.
requited love. Now this is important right here. Beatrice Flannery, whatever. She acts as his guide through heaven in the Divine Comedy. He was exiled. He was a opponent of a powerful influence. Dante was politically active as a white gunslinger. He was exiled from Florence in 1302 by a rival black. Praise this guy. And never returned. Okay? Okay, now this talks about his masterpiece that he's known for is right here. Y'all got that copy? The Divine Comedy. And he talks about eternal hell, purgatory, and paradise. 9 dark circles in hell, 7 torrents mount in purgatory, and 9 spears of heaven. Alright, now look up here. The very first one, the inferno. It's hot in here, ain't it? Isn't it hot?
Talking about hell and it's hot.
Hot. You talk about hell. Let's turn on some, let's put a bit of air on. Okay. And what we've all been taught about hell is we're very hot, right? Has anybody ever heard any teachings on hell? Other than, if you don't know Jesus Christ, your Savior, you're going to hell. Pretty much what we've been taught and heard, right? Okay. Just keep that in mind. Infernal hell. The guide, the Roman poet Virgil guided Dante. That was that girl. Dante wakes up lost in a dark wood and must descend through hell to escape. Now remember, this is a play, but a lot of people have took this into, he must know what he's talking about. Okay? Hell is depicted as an inverted cone with 9 concentric circles, each punishing a specific category of sin. Limbo, lust, greed, treachery. At the center of the earth, Dante confronts a trap, 3-headed Satan, chewing on history's greatest traitors, Judas, Brutus, and Cassius. What y'all think about that 3-headed devil? You ever heard of such? I haven't. The second thing he goes to, purgatory. Virgil continues to guide Dante. She must have misled him all the way through, he wouldn't make a poem about this.
On this first page, it says that she was his guide
Yeah,
through his soul's journey to get to God.
yeah, that's right. Did I not read that?
No.
Okay, sorry about that. Sorry. Read that, Marie. Read that. I should read that.
Dante's masterpiece is an allegory tracking the soul's journey toward God. It is structured into 3 distinct sections. And that's Inferno, which is hell, purgatory, and then paradise are the 3 stages of hell,
Okay.
according to this.
So this girl was his guide through all this to get him to that. Okay? Which is, now remember, this is just a play, a poet, okay? So, I don't say a poem, but anyway. But if you start looking up starting hell, you're going to come across this guy's name. Okay? Purgatory. Virgil continues to guide Dante. That ain't Virgil, is it?
Yes.
Okay?
I mean,
Sounds like a girl's name.
well,
Or Bill.
Beatrice.
Beatrice?
Yeah.
Well, it was this girl that's guiding him.
Oh, she's giving him another name for this. Okay. Alright. Dante,
My name in the play is Virgil.
Virgil.
But
Dante and Virgil climb out of hell onto the shores of Mount Purgatory, located on the exact opposite side of the earth.
Isn't purgatory a Catholic thing?
Yes. Okay? The structure. The mountain consists of 7 terraces representing the 7 deadly sins: pride, envy, wrath, sloth, adversity, gluttony, and lust. Souls here suffer willingly to cleanse themselves of sin before entering heaven. The climax. At the earthly paradise, the Garden of Eden at the summit, Virgil must leave because as a pagan, he cannot enter heaven. Beatrice arrives to take over as guide. Okay? Paradise. I was looking at that Paradise. Beatrice continued guide Dante, later followed by Saint Bernard. Should have been a Saint Bernard dog. Anyway, Saint Bernard. Dante ascends through the celestial realms of the cosmos. Heaven is organized into 9 concentric spheres. Am I saying that right? Spheres? Based on the...
Ptolemaic.
How do you say that, David? Ptolemaic and
Geocentric.
model. David, finish reading that for us, would you please, sir?
The moon, Mercury, Venus, the sun, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, the fixed stars, and premium mobile.
Okay. Go ahead, David.
None of those are real hard to pronounce.
No.
No, I know. I give him. I want to give
They ain't
him.
easy.
Yeah. David, finish reading that for us, will you please, sir?
Dante reaches the Empyrean, the dwelling place of God, where he experiences a fleeting, transcendent vision of divine love and Holy Trinity.
Okay. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Isn't that still? Would we agree that's still? And we've never heard of such except heaven, and it ain't nothing like he said. Okay.
Well, now, Baptists believe, a lot of Baptists believe that when you die, you go to paradise. Jesus didn't tell the thief on the cross that he'd see him in heaven today. He said, I'll see you in paradise today. So where the Catholics use purgatory, you can pray your way out of that.
Right.
And it's a holding place.
This
Yeah,
is
it's
a holy place.
Purgatory's a holy place.
Paradise is
Yeah.
a good place. And then when Jesus comes back, he's going to bring a new heaven and a new earth. So wherever paradise is going to be,
Okay. Now, that means, and I'm now. Don't write this down as a true fact. It's just Danny Russell's opinion. All right. When Jesus died on the cross, he went where? To hell. He descended. Okay? And he went to paradise. I meant paradise. He went to paradise. Okay? Why did he go to paradise?
To take
Now,
those
we'll
before
study
him.
this more. Huh?
To take those that's gone before him.
To take thought, and who has gone before him in paradise?
Everybody that's
The Old Testament saints?
the saints.
That's right. Okay. But let's just go back to the Old Testament. Were they saved in the Old Testament? Where did they go? There wasn't a heaven to go to yet. They went to paradise. So, when Jesus descended down to paradise, and he told that thief, apparently the thief went with him. Because he said, you'll be with me in paradise today. So we got to take it. Jesus went to paradise, and he went with him. And I'm just going to, here's how I'm going to say it, something simple and easy, okay? Keep it simple. He went down there and he said, okay guys, your salvation is now complete. You don't have to wait on another sacrifice. The sacrifice has been paid in full. Okay? Right? Right. The sacrifice has been paid in full. Okay? Because remember, when they say in the Old Testament, it was under what? The law. The law. It was under the law. Okay? And those that went by there their souls went to paradise. Okay? And Jesus went to gather them, I'm going to say, keep it simple, gather them up, and, because he told them, remember what he told in the, John, wasn't where he said, I go to prepare a place for you. Okay? So, I guess the place is prepared, and he went to get them, and they went to what we call heaven. Okay? But now, when I think of paradise, it can very well be heaven. Okay? Alright, now that's just my theory on it. Okay? But we can study on that deeper after we get through this. Where did Jesus descend after he died on the cross? Where did he go? Okay? Paradise. And why did he go there? We're going to study that. Y'all write that down. We're going to study that, okay? That'll be a good study. Oh. All this hell talk's burning me up. Now it's 80 degrees in here. Would you do me a favor, please? Text Ron and turn our AC on. I think it's controlled by a phone.
No, you should be able to do it there.
Can I?
Yep.
Because it's getting hotter in here.
The outside unit may not be running.
It's okay, preacher, we're gonna be leaving in 30 minutes.
I know it's going to get hotter. Just like hell. Okay, so you can't hear that talking. Like she said, we're going to. I turn the fans on, but Daniel can hear real good, and it's driving me crazy that fan all around. All right, now then, that's this guy. Okay, now then, who teaches? There's two groups that teach heaven. Heaven has levels. Two groups of people.
Heaven or hell?
I'm in hell. That heat's got me all shook up. Alright. Let's do the Islam first. Islam. Y'all got that? Now they teach you stuff. This is what they believe right here. The Islam. Known as,
Jahannam.
take it over, David.
Jahannam.
Jahannam.
The Islamic hell is structured into 7 distinct layers, each designed for different types of offenders and levels of disbelief.
Alright. Number 1. David.
Jahannam, the shallowest level reserved for sinful Muslims.
The shallowest level is for sinful Muslims. Sinful, okay? Number 2.
Masa, a blazing fire for those who rejected the divine truth.
The divine truth. What is the divine truth of the Islam?
The Prophet Muhammad.
Not God, okay?
Allah.
I could be another name for him. What about number 3?
Al-Hadamah, a crushing fire for the backbiter and wealth hoarder.
Ain't that something? Alright, level 4.
Al-Sa'ir, a blazing flame for idolaters and polytheists.
Getting hotter. Number 5.
Al-Sakur, a scorching fire for those who neglected prayers.
If they neglected not praying to, what did you say his name was again?
Allah.
If they didn't pray regularly, guess what? They're in scorching fire. Number 6.
Al-Jahim, an abyss for stubborn and arrogant. For the stubborn and arrogant.
Okay. Number 7.
Al-Hawiyah, the deepest and most severe level reserved for the hypocrites and deceivers.
And the most deepest that we read about, who is there? That we read about in our Bibles. Come out of the deepest pit, remember? Remember? Who was it?
Antichrist?
And he was where?
Yes.
It says deepest pit. Keep that in mind. Okay. Now then, Buddhism. Buddhism. Okay? Now, this is one, y'all seen this, haven't you? That little short fat guy?
Yeah.
Y'all seen? A lot of United States Americans has got this dude sitting up in their house. My nephew. Got one over in his place of business. Oh my goodness. Sorry, Cody. You know I always talk about that. I go over there and I say, man, I want to throw this thing away. He goes there and rubs his belly. Just showing out.
Does he believe it?
No.
He thinks it's funny.
Yeah, he knows what it is because I led him to the Lord. Okay? So he's a Christian. But why it's sitting in there, I don't have no idea. Maybe somebody pawned it. He can't get rid of it. I don't know. But I don't think he'd have bought it, so somehow or another, anyway, it's sitting there. And a lot of people's got it. Have y'all ever seen one in somebody's house or anything? Yeah, see? Y'all see them. People use them for decorations. Reminds me of a sumo wrestler.
Lawn
Huh?
ornament.
Lawn ornament. Man, I'd actually get my wheel here. But it probably tear the string up. Alright, now look here. Buddhism. Y'all see that out there? Now that's what the Islamic, that's what they teach. That there is 7 distinct layers. Okay? Now then, let's look at Buddhism. All this health talk's got me dehydrated too. Alright. Does anybody else want to read? Anybody?
You're doing good, go ahead.
Okay. She said you're doing good, David. Go ahead. Buddhism.
In Buddhism cosmology, hell, Naraka, is divided into multiple realms. It contains 8 hot hells stacked downward by intensity, and 8 cold hells where beings suffer freezing temperatures. Unlike other religions, suffering here is temporary. Souls remain until their negative karma is exhausted, after which they are reincarnated.
What? They believe, some of them believe they'll come back as a dog or reincarnated as a human.
Come back as a cow, you won the prize.
A what?
A cow,
A cow.
you won the prize.
Ain't that something? If I believe that, I say, when I want to be reincarnated, I don't want to be an animal. Because animals seem to be getting shot and run over. Alright.
Yes, but cows are sacred to them.
Cows are sacred. That's right. Okay. Now then, go ahead, David. Please start.
In Buddhist cosmology, the underworld realm of suffering is called Naraka. It consists of 16 major hells, divided evenly into 8 hot hells and 8 cold hells. Beings are reborn here based on their negative karma, and their stay is temporary, though it can last for millions of years.
See that? Alright. Now, we're going to go into the 8 hot hells. See if we got any questions about that right there. Okay? The 8 hot hells. Dave, do you mind reading, sir?
No, these realms are stacked vertically beneath the earth, with each layer becoming hotter, more painful, and longer lasting than the one above it.
Okay, stop right there now. Now, there's one thing that I agree on. Heaven is down. Hell is down. Okay? Hell is down. I agree with him right there. Okay? Now, go ahead, Brother Dave.
Sanjiva, reviving hell. The ground is burning iron. Beings attack each other with claws and weapons. When they die, a cool wind revives them to suffer again.
Number 2.
Kalasutra, black line hell. Deans mark the bodies of the damned with black lines. They then cut along those lines with fiery saws and axes.
Oh. Number 3.
Sangata, crushing hell. Massive, burning iron mountains collide, crushing sinners to jelly, and mountains often take the shape of animal heads.
Well, I'm going to think twice right now. I hate jelly now, that's what I'm going to think about. 6.
Rorava, screaming hell. Beings run from terrifying monsters into burning iron houses where they scream in agonizing pain.
That's something. And that's one thing that we teach about hell, it's agonizing pain. Okay, but I ain't never read where that, well, they may be screaming too. I don't know about that, but I know that they're not going to be monsters into burning, being run from terrifying monsters in burning iron houses. Number 6. 5, 6, 5, 7, 4, I think.
Maharuava,
Okay?
Maharuava, great screaming hell, similar to Rarava, but the flames are much hotter and flesh-eating beasts torture the inhabitants.
Okay.
Tapana, heating hell. Fiery demons impale sinners on red-hot iron spears and roast them over open flames.
That's something. Last one.
Pratapana, great heat. Sinners are pierced by 3-pronged tridents and thrown into a massive boiling cauldrons of molten iron.
Now, one thing that I see there that they teach, every level is hotter, right? Every level is worse. Okay?
One more over the page.
Yeah, there's no one on the page. We've got 2 more. Okay? Let me get my copy. Okay. Now then. Okay, David, David, you find reading?
No.
You're doing a good job. I can understand you.
Avicii, unceasing hell, the deepest, hottest, and most agonizing level. The suffering is continuous without a single moment of relief. It is reserved for the worst sins, like killing a parent.
Okay? The 8th, that was the last one, I'm sorry, y'all. I thought it was the last one. That's the last one. But everything we've seen, they was getting more severe, was the thing. Okay? Let's remember that. Alright? We don't teach that. That's nothing like that. We teach that it's hot. Okay? Alright? The 8th, cold hells.
These realms are frozen wildernesses located on the dark edges of the universe. Inhabitants suffer from extreme, bitter cold. Arbuda, blister hell. The cold is so intense that the skin freezes and breaks out into painful blisters. Nararbuda, bursting blister hell. The cold increases, causing the blisters to freeze, crack, and burst open. Atada, shivering hell. The jaw is frozen shut. Beings can only make a shivering atatat sound with their teeth. Hahava, lamenting hell. It is too cold to speak. Beings can only moan, ha ha ha, in deep despair. Hahuva, chattering teeth hell. The body is frozen stiff, and the only sound possible is the chattering of teeth. Utpala, blue lotus hell. The skin turns completely blue from the frostbite, splitting open like a blooming blue lotus flower. Padma, lotus hell. The flesh turns completely red and raw, cracking open to look like a red lotus. And then Mahapadma, great lotus hell. The final and coldest level, the body cracks entirely apart, revealing the internal organs which also freeze and split.
My goodness. Now, if you were a Buddhist, there was so much more I could copy, but don't need. But if you were a Buddhist, I don't know where I'd rather freeze or burn. Both of them sound bad, don't they?
You better put up that fat little man in your work.
Yeah, you got that right.
No wonder their followers are so hard to get away from it, because they believe it.
They
Yeah.
do.
They don't.
I'm telling you,
I shared
I couldn't
that.
believe some stuff I was reading. I couldn't believe it. Okay. Alright. Now, Buddhists believe in neighboring hells. In Buddhist cosmology, these are known as, tell me, David.
Usada Naraka, or the peripheral hells.
All right, go ahead and read the part, David.
They serve as temporary transition zones directly adjacent to the primary 8 hot hells. When a being finally exhausts through enough negative karma to escape a major hell, they exit the gates only to find themselves trapped in these outer torture areas before they can achieve a better rebirth.
You see that? Now these hells are on the outer edges, okay, of the hells we just read, the hot hells, okay? These are on the outer edges, which they believe in that also, okay? Go ahead, David, please.
The structure of the neighboring hells. Every single one of the 8 hot hells is surrounded by a set of 4 neighboring hells, one position at each of the cardinal directions, north, south, east, and west. The major areas include neighboring hells, Usada Naraka, surrounding each of the major hot hells are smaller, specialized torture zones. They include the mire of filth, filled with biting worms, the forest of the sword leaves, where leaves cut sinners like knives, and the river of caustic water, which dissolves flesh.
There's something now.
Usada Naraka, or the peripheral hells, they serve as temporary transition zones directly adjacent to the primary 8 hot hells. When a being finally exhausts through negative karma to escape a major hell, they exit the gates only to find themselves trapped in these outer torture areas before they can achieve a better rebirth.
Well, ain't that something? It's just better though. Now we're going to read the structures of the neighboring hells. Please, David. You got that copy?
What's on the top?
The structure of the neighboring hells. Describe the neighboring hells.
It's the short one.
Oh, okay. I might not have it. Oh, this one right here.
Yeah, you got it.
No, that's the Inferno.
Take one on first thing.
Sorry, my bad.
No.
No problem.
Well, I should have numbered them.
Yeah, we didn't organize that too good. Sorry. Sorry.
The structure of neighboring hells. Every single one of the 8 hot hells is surrounded by a set of 4 neighboring hells, one position in each of the cardinal directions, north, south, east, and west. The major areas include a mire of filth, Gupta Naraka, a massive swamp of boiling putrid feces. Sinners sink into it while being eaten alive by giant needle-beaked worms.
Uh-oh.
That one sounds like fun.
That's it right there. I think about them little birds, woodpeckers, got their big long beaks. All right, go ahead, David.
The forest of the sword leaves, Esapada Vana, a deceptive forest where the leaves look like shade but are actually sharp iron blades. When the wind blows, the blades fall, then slice the flesh off sinners' bodies.
See that? Going over our center shade after getting out of one of them hells just to get sliced up. Go ahead, Dave.
The river of caustic water, Karadaka Nadi, a boiling river of highly acidic or salty lye. Sinners are swept away in the current, drowning while their flesh and bones are entirely dissolved. And then the forest of silk cotton trees, Simbalavana, a grove of trees covered in sharp, fiery thorns. Sinners are forced by hell guardians to climb up and down the trunks, tearing their skin apart.
Now, what y'all notice about that one that we didn't see anywhere else?
They got burden.
They got somebody out there making sure that they're going through all this. Ain't that something? Now, what do y'all think about that? Did y'all know that you got 2 groups of believers, not in our God, that teach different degrees. They believe in hell, but they teach different degrees of it. Okay? Y'all can take those home. Has everybody got something to write on? Homework. There you go. If you got your phone, you got something to write on. If you don't, everybody got a pencil, something to write on. What you trying to get everybody a pencil?
I don't have a pencil.
Okay.
Pen. I've got one.
Okay. You got one, Crystal? Does everybody have a pencil? Because I want you to write some scripture down, and I want you to study. Because, look here. Does our Bible teach, when we read and study our Bible, do we see different degrees or different levels of hell?
Of sin.
So you're saying we do see different
Yeah.
levels? Okay? Does anybody else think that? Ain't nothing wrong with thinking that. Okay? What does everybody else think? That there's just one hell?
I think there's gonna be degrees.
Okay? Anybody else brave enough to speak up? What do you think about hell? What you been taught all your life or anything? Just know what do you think?
Well, I don't think much about it, I'm just not going there.
That's the best answer.
Now that's good. That's a good answer.
Yeah.
But if someone asked you, what would you say? If there different levels of hell,
I think so, yeah.
okay, then what do you think? Like Norma, I ain't worried about time, I ain't going there. But would you think they would be?
First thing you think of is the fiery, burning furnace.
Yeah. Gnawing and gnashing of teeth.
Uh-huh.
As bad as the Buddhists described it, it's probably worse.
But there ain't no escaping it.
It's burning all the time, isn't it?
That's right.
The
Now.
bottomless pit.
Bottomless pit.
Yes, now y'all keep all that in mind. But what do you think?
I think there'll be degrees and rewards for your evil, just like in heaven, there'll be rewards for what you've done for God. Which
Amen.
will give that all back to Him.
Right.
And I think hell, in my mind, I see it being the same.
Okay.
That don't mean, sin is sin to God.
Right.
But there are sins that affect others worse than it affects yourself, and I think we'll be accountable for those.
Okay.
The one place that stands out is when Christ is talking to Pilate. Pontius Pilate.
Yep.
When Pilate sort of apologizes to him for putting him to death or for doing what the Jews wanted, Christ tells him, your sin is not as great as the ones who sent you here.
Okay. Remember that. Okay. Chris, what do you think?
I think there'll be different levels.
Did I ask you?
No.
What do you think? Okay. Daniel, what do you think, big man?
I think it's gonna be, there's one level. It is a deep, tormenting place. There's gonna be two different sets of people there. That those that are crying and those that are also, the gnashing of teeth and everything. I was listening to a preacher here a while back that was describing the both of those. There's going to be those that are there crying, why did I not believe and everything, and then there's going to be those that are, they say the gnashing of teeth and everything, where they're going to be cursing God for putting them in there. So I think it's going to be just one realm of darkness.
Okay.
And when I said that about Pilate, it's not necessarily hell, it's sin. There are degrees of sin. I don't know about degrees of hell.
Okay, we'll just keep that in mind because I think I've got that down. Brother Bill, what do you think?
I think there's different degrees.
Okay.
I've seen this may not be really important to anybody, but I seen a movie. They had a movie one time at a church I used to go to, Eastside Baptist, and it showed people walking around in hell, had soot on them. This one guy was walking, he had his hand like this, like he's taking a drink. In other words, he was alcoholic. He was taking a drink, and it was kind of spooky.
Mm-hmm.
It really was.
What do you think, Brother John?
I think it's going to be degrees of sin and hell, but again, like we said said, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
I don't know there's such thing as different degrees in hell.
We never heard it. We have never heard that
Yeah,
taught in the
I
Baptist
thought you
church.
go to hell, you go to hell, it don't matter what degree it is.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Tell me what do you think?
I think that there's different places that are talked about, that they're all considered hell, but I think there's gonna be just one grand hell that they're all gonna end up in.
You think there's going to be different levels, but just one degree they all suffer in?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's all good. What do you think, Rhonda? I understand.
Well, I really didn't think about it until we were at the house talking about it and stuff. And,
I got hers off too.
so there was a guy I looked up and was listening to him.
We don't comment now about that yet. Okay? Yeah, I want to know what you think.
And I just thought, I'm like Linda, I thought hell was hell.
Okay.
You go to hell, and
Why?
it's all the same.
Why do we think that? We have never. Is hell real? You better believe it is.
Yes,
Is heaven real?
yes,
We believe it is.
yes,
Are we going to get different rewards in heaven
yes.
for our work that we do here? Yes, we are. Are we going to be judged in heaven as born again Christians, not for our salvation, but we will be judged on our degree of work. That's what we will be judged for. I don't know how it's going to take place, but it's going to take place. The Bible is very clear about that. Now, the Bible does not come out and say that there are different degrees and levels of hell. But, Sister Maria, I thought about you when I was sitting there, and I was going to say, but, that's one of your good words. But, write these down, and we're going to stop. Revelation, chapter 20, verses 10 through 15. Matthew, chapter 11, verses 21 through 24. Yep. Matthew 11, 21 through 24. Luke 12, 47 through 48.
I'm what was last
Luke chapter 12, 42, 47 through 48.
Okay.
Okay, I know these are right because Rhonda wrote these down for me.
Well, y'all, they may not be. When you get to look them up, you're like, well, Rhonda didn't write them down right. But
Right, she
anyway,
did.
sorry.
Matthew 23, 14. Okay, Mark chapter 12, verse 40. Romans chapter 5, 2 through 6. Y'all got that? 1 John chapter 5, verse 13. That's your assurance of salvation. Okay? Y'all write them down. There's some more, but that's enough. Okay? Y'all study them, and we're going to re-adjourn Sunday night, and we're going to finish this up. Okay? We're going to finish this up. Wrap up. About hell. We're going to learn about. I'm sorry I didn't skip you. You think hell's going to be one big place or just degrees?
I think it'll be one big place.
Okay. That's good. Listen, is there a wrong answer?
I'll
No.
say one thing, if there are degrees, the mildest one would be the worst thing you can imagine.
Exactly.
That's right. It's not one.
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't want y'all to be there for any levels.
But you know what? But we need to know. We need to know. Because why? That's good biblical study. Okay? And as I look around, pretty much everybody in here, I believe, or everybody here, is seasoned Christians. So, we're ready. We're ready for some meat. Okay? We're ready to get off the milk. We're getting into meat. Okay? And it's going to be good. Alright? So, there you go.